Hello, basketball people, we have news. Let's go to more news about the Golden State Warriors. I ask you to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as I am a Warriors fan. The Warriors are being encouraged to bring Seti and Stephen Curry together to form a new Splash Brothers. Stephen Curry's brother is a good three-point shooter and can contribute a lot to the Warriors' rotation. The Golden State Warriors Splash Brothers are among the most dynamic duos in the history of the NBA. When Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson were in their primes, it was expected that any shot they took would make its way through the hoop, without touching the rim and making a pleasant swish sound. Curry and Thompson also experienced tremendous success during that era, winning 4 championship titles and taking a combined 15 trips to the All-Star Game in their 13 seasons together. The two brothers eventually disbanded after Thompson was traded to the Dallas Mavericks ahead of the 2024-25 season. But 1 year later, there is a possibility that a new tandem of brothers, this time, biological ones, could grace the court at the Chase Center. NBA insider Jake Fisher said in a recent Bleacher Report Insider Notebook Live show that the Warriors have remained interested in signing a number of veterans, including Seth Curry, but the organization is in the midst of a roster freeze while it works towards a solution to its ongoing Jonathan Kuminga contract situation. According to Blue Man Hoops GC Belchamber, signing Seth Curry would not only bolster the Warriors' bench with added depth, but also address one of the team's most glaring weaknesses from last season. Last season, as Golden State's offense fluctuated between powerful and stagnant, the team's biggest problem lied in its streaky three-point shooting. Although Steph Curry was largely as reliable as ever, all three of Buddy Hield, Moses Moody and Brandon Podziemski had at least one significant rough shooting stretch throughout the course of the season, occasionally, leaving the Warriors floundering for offense, Belchamber wrote. Seth Curry comes with an injury history but a historically reliable three-point shot. Last season, the veteran guard shot a league-leading 45.6% from three-point range. Seth Curry's skill set could provide exactly what the Warriors need in their rotation. Especially given Golden State's rumored interest in DeAnthony Melton this offseason, the team could certainly turn to Seth Curry as a bench-scoring threat, utilizing him in the wide range of combinations head coach Steve Kerr is apt to run. The move would also reunite Seth Curry with the team that signed him as an undrafted free agent in 2023. He ultimately never appeared in a game for the Warriors before going on to play for 9 other franchises over the course of a decade-long NBA career. The Splash Brothers of old are now in the past, but this offseason could bring a new pair of Splash Brothers to the Bay Area. Warriors' rumored target would extend Stephen Curry's prime by another year. Malcolm Brogdon can make the regular season significantly easier for Stephen Curry. Golden State Warriors point guard Stephen Curry is taking his career 2 years at a time. With 1 season remaining on his current contract and an extension signed for the 2026-27 campaign, the 37-year-old superstar has given the Warriors a reasonable window within which it can build around him. If the goal is to ensure that Curry plays beyond the 2026-27 season, then the Warriors seem to be taking the appropriate actions to alleviate the burden the two-time MVP carries. Curry is preparing for his first full season with teammate Jimmy Butler. The trio of Butler, Curry, and Draymond Green has already provided an intriguing return on the Warriors' investment, defeating the number 2 seed Houston Rockets in the first round of the 2025 NBA playoffs. Unfortunately, Curry's postseason ended prematurely due to a hamstring injury. According to Jake Fisher of Bleacher Report, the Warriors appear intent on preventing a similar outcome in 2025-26 by acquiring a veteran who can lighten Curry's workload, Malcolm Brogdon. I still think Malcolm Brogdon is someone to keep an eye on for the Warriors. To my understanding, Golden State looked at Brogdon on the trade market back during last season, so he's been on their radar for some time. He's definitely still on their radar now. Brogdon has dealt with injuries of his own over the past 2 seasons, but when healthy, he's the exact type of player Curry would benefit from sharing his burden with. Malcolm Brogdon would enable Stephen Curry to carry lighter workload. Brogdon, 32, has quietly put together a strong career as one of the most well-rounded players in the NBA. He's an efficient shooter, a high-level dribble penetrator, a more than respectable playmaker who limits turnovers, and a quality team defender whose strength permits versatility. As far as what he would offer the Warriors, Brogdon has all of the tools to step in and allow Curry to pick his spots as a scorer and playmaker alike. Brogdon has accumulated career averages of 15.3 points and 4.7 assists per game, as well as 18.9 points and 5.8 assists per 36 minutes. Even with the injuries he's battled, he's been slightly above that range at 20.1 points and 5.9 assists per 36 minutes over the past 3 seasons. Brogdon has also shot better than 40.4% from beyond the arc in 4 different seasons and has accumulated a career mark of 38.8%. In addition to his ability to space the floor, create for his teammates, and score with commendable volume, Brogdon is constantly looking to get into the paint. He's one of the best in the NBA at playing the angles, even if he isn't quite as athletic as he used to be. Brogdon has averaged at least 11.4 drives per game, shooting 48.8% or better on them, across each of the past 5 seasons. With Brogdon attacking the basket, Curry should have more off-ball opportunities while facing less pressure to create penetration himself. That could extend the 4-time NBA champion's prime by the simple virtue of playing a less physically taxing role, at least in the regular season. The Warriors will be eyeing other moves to fill out the rotation and create the depth they desperately need, but Brogdon represents an opportunity to add invaluable time to Curry's career. Draymond Green offers the Warriors something nobody else does. Don't doubt Draymond. Draymond Green is the most polarizing player in the NBA. There is no arguing with that. There is also no arguing with the fact that the Golden State Warriors have been lucky to have him, and are fortunate that he's still playing. At the age of 35, Green is entering his 14th season in the league, all of which have been spent in the Bay. His resume isn't too shabby. He's a 4-time champion, 4-time All-Star, a 2-time All-NBA selection, and a former NBA Defensive Player of the Year. He's made an NBA All-Defensive Team 8 times, more than any other player in franchise history. There is a push for the Warriors to win one more title with Steph Curry, but you can't forget about Draymond. He's still as important to this team as he was 5 years ago. Green helped build the championship foundation. Draymond Green is still one of the Warriors' most important players. He's still one of the best defenders in the league, finishing 3rd in DPOY voting this past season, behind winner Evan Mobley and second-place vote-getter Dyson Daniels. Green is 11 years older than Mobley, and 13 years older than Daniels. Green might not be the player he once was in his younger days, but he's still willing to do whatever it takes to win, from facilitating to being the starting center. He was honest about the kind of toll that playing the 5 takes on his body, going up against players like Alperen Sengun, but he still puts everything he has into it. Small ball lineups with Green at center are a Warriors' specialty. You can bet that Steve Kerr will still deploy those lineups next season, but if they sign Al Horford, as expected, that will help take some of the pressure off Green. He may seem invincible, but you can't outrun Father Time forever, no matter how hard you try. It says a lot that Green still has the role that he does with Golden State entering the 2025-26 season. If the Warriors do raise another banner, a significant part of it will be due to Green and his tenacity. It doesn't matter how old he is, you can't write him off. Draymond Green is still Draymond Green. Warriors sign-and trade of Jonathan Kuminga faces big roadblock. The Golden State Warriors' summer has been essentially on ice since the 2025-26 season officially tipped off on July 1. Golden State has made no free agent signings of note, although it did lose its own free agent, reserve center Kevin Looney. The 6'9" UCLA product, who had been the longest-tenured player on the roster outside of only Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, inked a 2-season, $16 million deal with the lowly New Orleans Pelicans. And that's it. The Warriors didn't draft anyone, and they haven't signed anyone new. Multiple veteran players, who remain free agents, have been linked to Golden State. But none have signed, because the Warriors are still trying to agree to terms with 22-year-old restricted free agent power forward Jonathan Kuminga on a new deal. The 6'8" pro, who won a title with Golden State as a rookie lottery pick in 2022, seems to have grown frustrated by his inconsistent role under head coach Steve Kerr. With big money committed to future Hall of Famers Curry, Green, and Jimmy Butler, the Warriors have limited mechanisms to add major debt. Golden State seems to be the frontrunner to sign free agent former five-time All-Star center/power forward Al Horford, who would clearly supplant the 6'6" Green as the team's more traditionally sized starting five. Two 2024-25 Warriors guards, DeAnthony Melton, who was traded to the Brooklyn Nets while injured, and Gary Payton II, are also considered likely to sign with the team. But they'll come cheap. Ultimately, Kuminga could be Golden State's best trade chip. But the potential of a sign-and trade for the restricted free agent faces some major hiccups, as Dwayne Rankin of the Arizona Republic notes. A pair of Western Conference lottery squads, the Phoenix Suns and Sacramento Kings, have been the two teams most frequently cited as having interest in a sign-and trade for Kuminga this offseason. The Warriors could entertain a sign-and trade, but there are first tax apron concerns, Rankin writes. With the outgoing salary counting as only 50%, the Warriors are likely hard-capped in a sign-and trade. Sources say Kuminga agreed to a deal paying him $22.5 million the first year. The Suns were reportedly willing to deliver a four-year deal for $90 million, even though league sources have informed the Republic the offer isn't that high. In just 47 healthy games last year, Kuminga averaged 15.3 points on .454/.305/.668 shooting splits, 4.6 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 0.8 steals a night,